See, it says I'm live. I think I figured it out. Fedora Gent is here. Ginger Down Under says good morning. Good morning. I think I figured it out. Can you guys see me and you can hear me, right? As long as those two things happen, we should be okay. Happy Monday, says Eric. Bean Boy's here. Thanks for joining in. We can see and hear you. This is good. This is good. I'm still learning. I'm using StreamYard. I had to give more money, essentially, because I wanted to do 2 cameras. I bought the camera, got it all rigged up. I had to pay up. So they wanted more money. So I gave them more money. So hopefully this will be a nice little addition of how I'm going to do the live stream. Let's see. We got Floyd's here. Shinobi's here. Anonymous Watch Guy. Tux Manor. Jeffrey's here. Homer's here, checking in from New York, New Jersey area. Let's see. Dr. Paul is here. Where's Dr. Michael? Mark is here from Boston, Baltimore area. Willis is here. Nate Dogg's here. Sean Holloway's here. So here's what we're going to do. We only have 24 people on. That's fine. But what I wanted to do, and hopefully this will work okay, I think if I click, nope, not that. Not that. This. How do I do that? That's not what I want. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. That's not the screen I want, though. I figured some of the things out, not all of the things. Okay, so there's that. See, I want to be able to do the screen over there with so we can look at watches. So I can still show you watches clearly. Just keep clicking, says Mark. That's what I intend to do. But see, when I go like that, screen layout, press, what is that? Shift 6. What does that do? Okie dokie. Well, how about that? How about Shift 7? Shift 8. So there's that. It's not what I want. I want. Tell you what if I just go like that? How about that? I'll delete. No, I knew I was going to figure it out. It just takes a minute. So now you can see the watches. Thumbs for fingers giving me crap, says watches all day. Me just trying to figure things out. So yeah, that's kind of cool. We can just see the watches right over here, and I can just kind of scoot over here and right there. So if there's something you guys want to see, I can clearly show it. I can probably show. And this is the watch I wore today. This is a Maritat, I think, from CountyCom. Picked this up from Brave Sailor, actually. Ooh, Peter, how many beats per second is that table? Probably, I would say probably 0, as is none of them are probably actually running. So 0 would be the answer. Hey, Watch Chris is here. Congratulations on 100,000 subscribers. Kind of skyrocketed up there a little bit. That was pretty awesome. Chris just hit 100,000 subs. That's awesome. You should call the program help desk for instructions. I had to watch a couple of videos on how to figure out how to do this, and they were great tutorials. And then when I went to go do the settings in the the system I use, it was like, sure, you can do that. Just give us another $500 for the year. And I'm like, fair enough. That's what I want to do. You say you can do it. It just costs $500. There you go. So that poof, there goes $500. All just so I can be on camera and hopefully not have an interruption in service and show watches. So hopefully it's worth it. Either way, I did it. See, MM10's here. Let's see. Easy come, easy go, says anonymous watch guy. Yeah, I mean, it still kind of sucks. Let's look at the orange dials. So we have this guy, which is part of my birthday month extravaganza, just buying too many watches. Really dig the watch. It's a very cool orange, but the last time I wore it, the crown kind of dug into my wrist a little bit. So let me put it on now and see if it still kind of does it. I'll find that occasionally, not always, certain watches will wear great, and then there's some days where it doesn't work. It just like it doesn't fit good. But like I feel like I could probably wear it right now. So, and then the other orange dial is the Baltimore-based Zhao. This is the Camden Yards Legacy Series. Very cool watch. So that's I have more orange dials. This is just the spread I put out today. So we have a $2 here super chat from Dr. Bob's Nightmare for more orange camel straps. For you, Bob, I am going to grab one of my orange camel strap watches. Tell you what, I'll grab. Do I have another one? Where the hell at? Oh, here's one. Anyway, here's one. So there's one for you. And then let me grab the other ones. So here's another. Ooh, kind of put that one down a little aggressively. Camel up. Dane will go nuts. I haven't seen Dane here yet. And here's another. We'll just set it over there. It can touch other watches. That's fine. Why is there a heart in the lower corner of my screen? I have no idea. Let me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the heart is. Maybe somebody else in here can explain that. Tennessee Mike is chiming in. Hopefully you're having a smooth evening, Mike. Kevin Powell is chiming in. Thanks for joining us. Eric says he's going to click the heart. That's a new like button. Oh, there you go. Watch Chris with his wisdom of that's blessed upon him once you hit 100,000 subscribers. He says that's the new like button for lives. So it's a heart instead of a thumbs up. That works. Let's see. Do you have any ceramic watches? I do not. I have to think about that. I do not have any ceramic watches. Do I? I don't. No, I don't have any. No ceramic watches yet. I'm sure I will in the future. It's only a matter of time, I suppose. But none yet. Let's see. All right. Let's see. If I get my butt together to send you my list, you will. Oh, so Fedora Gent's talking about he has he's working on a list of watches that he wants to sell on the Sunday Funday. Apparently, there's going to be a ceramic watch offered up in that as well. So stay tuned for that. I know he has quite a few watches. He has some really good ones, and he has also, if you're looking for smaller watches, I know he's going to have some good offerings in that category as well. So that'll be a nice addition to the Sunday Funday when I can get to it. Is that a Hostman beige dial on the table? That is a Vero, I think. So this one, I think you're talking about this one. Beige dial. That's actually a Vero watch, manual wind. Very cool watch. I need to do the video on that one soon. Nice leather strap. What is the blue dial at the back left? Blue dial back left would be this guy. It's kind of like a dove gray with a blue accent. That's a Radcliffe. You know what? I gotta kill this light. There's too much glare on the watches. I think there'll be less glare. There we go. So that's our Radcliffe. Great lume on it. Rob, initial impressions on the Radcliffe. Pretty impressive. It's a tank of a watch. It's pretty heavy duty. So, hey, Desire 68 Frogman's here. My buddy Michael up in Canada. Thanks for joining in. What's the blue watch way back there, center left? I think Chris was talking about this one as well. YZ80. So nice bracelet, very simple clasp. Actually, the clasp, if you hopefully you can see this, the clasp is basically like an Omega copy clasp. So very happy with the clasp system. And then it's still kind of a tank of a watch. Chris, I'm going to end up touring this, and I have 2 of them. So both of these are going to be out on tour soon. I just need to bust out the video of them. So those will be out on tour soon. I know I think there's like 10 tours right now, but some of them are coming to an end. So you guys will be looking for the people in the Discord group. We'll be looking for the Radcliffes. The Vero will actually be out on tour. What else? Probably this Aquastar. And there's more. I have more coming in. Have you seen the new colors on the Dufresne Barton Springs? I have not. Awesome watch, Texas Pride. Dufresne Barton Springs. Let me look that up. Dufresne, I need to reach out to him. Okay, so that's like purple. Let me see if I can screw this up. Window, this one, share. And can we, yes. Oh, that's pretty wild. So here is what, who mentioned that? Paul's talking about this one. Beautiful purple colorway on this guy. I know there's a few other brands, Zhao being one of them, that has a really good purple. But there's also, looks like, can we highlight that? There's also a slate gray with that pop of orange. That looks good. And of course, a black with gilt on there. That looks really good as well. Sean Holloway wants to know, does anybody know where the SPB 147 is made? Looking for a made in Japan. I believe the SPB 147, if I'm not mistaken, SPB 147 was kind of put out in the era where the Seiko took back their production in-house. So it should be Japan made. I don't know if it says, so we'll close that. I don't know if it'll actually say on here. It says Japan right there. So all of those are going to be made in Japan. So any of the SPB 147s, especially if it says J1 on it. So SPB 147 probably going to be made in Japan regardless, but definitely if it says J1. Okay, Kevin. I think Kevin is right on this right here. They're all J versions, but the case is made in China. That's pretty much standard. I think that's pretty much across the board. But they did take back their production on a lot of things, definitely with the movements. So, because they were supply chain issues. And I don't think they ever really kind of fully reverted back. There you go, right there. We might have one on the show for sale. Looks like the bezel lines up. Yeah, that's not an actual picture though, Chris. That's just a rendering. So they usually don't screw up the renderings. Trust me, the actual watch will misalign. All right, what other watch can we look at? Have you seen the orange Maurice Lacroix? Maurice Lacroix Santos S. Diver. Let's check it out. Sure, all the cookies. Do all the cookies. I love cookies. Okay. Is there an orange one, or are you talking about that one with the orange strap? I don't see an orange dial. Sorry for scrolling fast, but that's just the way my brain works. So I'm assuming you mean this one here. Really good looking watch. I don't know what the size of it is. Does it say? Yep. 42 millimeter case. Okay. So this is pretty sweet. I like it. So it's an inner rotating. It's got the orange little ring on there. I dig this watch. This is a good looking watch. I don't know what that converts to in US dollars, but I'm starting to feel like I gotta sneeze. I don't know if I'll be able to mute you fast enough if I sneeze. If I sneeze and anyone's listening to headphones, I apologize. Alrighty, orange strap. Yep. Okay, let's check out. No Seiko renderings don't line up either. Dr. Bob's. Trying to think if there's any newer watches. Summertime kind of slows down a little bit for watches. I do have that new G-Shock Square that they sent me. That's something. Kevin says he kind of reminds you of a Christopher Ward. I could see that. Let's check out. Paul says Steinhardt. Arc. Let's check that out. No. You may not. Oh, okay. I did see that one. That's a clean looking watch. Integrated bracelet, affordable price point. Looks like it's probably a good size, thinner case. I like that they aligned the date window. And let's see here. Oh, it's small, 39 millimeter. That's a good size for that style watch, though. Lug to lug. Height, 11.5 millimeter. That I like that. That's a good looking watch. I might have to get one of those in. I wonder if Steinhardt would work with me directly. Does Steinhardt work with any YouTubers? I'll have to look into that. Is anybody making notes? Somebody make notes. I'm gonna forget. And I even if I write it down, I'll forget. I know I will. Let's see. Anonymous Watch Guy says the new Islander GMT. So Islander Watch GMT. Not that one though. That's his Swiss one. Where is his new ones? We don't want that. There's a purple one right there. That's pretty cool looking. And then he's got club rewards. I don't know how that works, but whereas how come he doesn't have Islander watch listed on there? He doesn't even have his own brand listed on there. Seriously, why is... Oh, it's right there. Oh, I need an assistant. Oh, yeah, Tennessee Mike. We'll look that up, too. The new Geo homage from Seastern, for sure. So, none of us watch guys talking about... See how many pages in it is. Should be like right on the front. Those Port Jeffersons are so cool looking. Thinking about ordering one of these. I know that seems crazy, but like when I was looking at it at the wind-up show, I have my orange monster, but for 300 bucks, that thing is great. Anyway, back to the GMT hunt. Page 3. Dun dun dun. Man, he's got so many models. There's that purple one, 40 millimeter. That's kind of a darker, dark, but yeah, soft colored purple. Most of the purple watches are a little more bold. I have my titanium, my green titanium Sands Point out on loan right now. And Greg, who's borrowing it, really likes it. I need to get the bracelet for it, though. Mark just put out the bracelet for that series of watches, and it looks like it's a nice bracelet. So I somehow missed it. So I just go to all his GMTs, I guess. Are they on pre-order or something? Not listed on website. Well, then I'm never going to find it if it's not on the website. Where the heck is it? It's gone. You guys already bought them all. I wanted to show them because the gold one looks really cool. What? You aren't cool unless you own a watch made in Lithuania? Wow. Let's see here, Rob. I got my Seiko SRPE 03 black waffle dial from Mimos last week. Love it. Put it on a Clockwork Republic strap. Okay. So let's go to Mimos. And we will go to... Actually, have you guys ever looked at his barn finds on Mimos? He's got some fun stuff on here sometimes. Like this old titanium Hamilton Frogman. That thing looks cool as heck. Look at that. I think it's only 12.5 millimeter thick. It's only a 40 millimeter titanium case. I kind of want that watch. Does he still have it? He still does too. So it's already been serviced. That's a cool looking watch. If there's any like hardcore Hamilton fanboys out there, like seriously, how do you not? You kind of got to buy that watch. He's got some khaki kings in here. Hey, there's a ceramic. Oh, it's already sold. Never mind. That's kind of cool though. He keeps the sold ones on there, so it's kind of nice to have that as a price reference. Actually, this watch right here, he had it listed for $36.50. There's a guy on my... Is that too bright? There's a guy in my Discord right now trying to sell his for like $3,000. I should just have him send it in to me. I know somebody in the main channel will buy it. Alrighty, let's go to... Where is the Seiko? Let's just go to Seiko. I was just talking to Mimo today. He said he's got some new Seiko models in, and he's gonna be sending to me. Oh, Tennessee Mike thinks that Tudor sold, I'm assuming. Alrighty, let's see. That's a pretty cool colorway right here. This SRPJ 35. I like that. I look at that and I'm like, man, that'd be a good turtle to kill. But I'm not going to do that anymore. Those days are behind me. Yeah, so he doesn't have the new Seikos listed yet. I don't think. I think it'd be under Presage, maybe. That's a pretty cool looking one. Okay. Um, does Mimo still have that titanium Hamilton Canteen watch? I think he does. I mean, it shows on his website. This one right here. It shows that I could buy it. 2000s pre-owned Hamilton khaki Navy Frogman titanium. This has got to be one of the most interesting Hamiltons that I've seen in a while because it's 40 millimeter. It's titanium. It has that monstrosity of a crown that's tethered, so it must come off or something. I don't know how that works, but yeah, Dr. Bob's, I'm with you. I kind of want it. Um, maybe I'll hit Mimo up and see if I can at least get it in for a video. It's one of those things I like. I at least want to video the thing, even if I don't own it. I kind of want to video it, so I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna get this one on the show, unless one of you guys go buy it. Which, if you do, I still want to video it. So, oh, we got a. Tim says he thinks he's gonna send a batch of watches as well. It's going to be an epic sale whenever all these watches come in. 100%. Only 15-minute drive for me to Mimo's. Could have it tomorrow. Yeah, you'll beat me. I won't be there until August 25th. I'll be to Mimo's. So keep in touch, and I'll give you guys more information. If anybody out is in the Long Beach area and you want to meet up, then we can do that. All right, let's go. Tennessee Mike wanted to check out. Was it Seastern that did the Geo? Ooh, bonuses. Oh, I declined Seastern cookies. Oh, wow. Yeah, here it is. This one's got kind of a two-tone look to it. So I had like the real Geo two-tone on the channel. Wasn't it like 15 or 20 grand or something? It was like a crazy amount of money. These are only $200. It looks pretty dang nice. And the Seasterns and the Sugis and everything that I've had on the show so far, is it better than San Martin? I think they're about at a pure level. I think they're really close. But after handling them, I kind of get a better feel from the Sugis and the Seasterns than I do from the San Martin a little bit, but I think it depends on the model. Yeah, they do make a pretty dang good watch. That is for sure. I mean, you can see how rough it is. I mean, they even show it. They don't hide it. Look how rough the indice is. So if you look really close, but most are watches, guys, if you look really close, they start to look a little rough. This one, you can clearly see that it's rough on that applied indice. But overall, for a $200 watch, I think you're going to be pretty much impressed. I think it's going to be a really good looking watch. Plus, that has that new on-the-fly, toolless, quick adjust, much like a Christopher Ward or a Zelos will have. So there's that one. What else do they have? That must be their big drop right now, is that guy. But they have some other weird stuff too. I did just get the titanium, like one of these. I think I have this one in. I don't even know where it's at. I do not know where it's at. Is it back here? Yeah, it's right here. So I do have. Oh, I have the blue one. So I have the blue one. Well, Can we do this? 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 No, this? See, I got to get rid of that. And then go. Like that. So I have this one, which is the blue one. But I have to say the bezel there's some play in it, and it's pretty light turning. I mean, if the bezel was really good, then it would be a much better feeling watch. But It has the cheaper clasp. I mean, it's titanium, so it already kind of has that potential of feeling slightly cheapish. But it's overall still a good watch for how much they cost. How can you say you are a watch enthusiast when you willingly support? Oh, here we go. Scott says, how can you say you are a watch enthusiast when you willingly support brands that steal other brands' designs, not just inspiration, but direct ripoffs? Well, none of them are one-to-ones, and they're clearly labeled. I mean, yeah, they take inspirations for their designs to the point of like using almost, every single aspect of the design. But how can we call ourselves watch enthusiasts and do that? Well, because we can experience them at a fraction of a price and not pay thousands of dollars and have a similar or same experience. I don't know. Refresh screen if you cannot see, Rob. Oh, is my screen messing up? Well, there's that too, but in was it Scott in Scott's defense, I mean he has a point. I get what he's saying. It's not a matter of I don't know. I feel like I have to be kind of cautious of how I say some of this stuff, but it's not a matter of a coincidence. It's a coincidence that it might look like something else, or just like a song might sound like another song, or something like that. It's but they are not one-to-ones, like, because I've handled the real deals. Like, for example, let me grab another watch. I'm gonna show you something. Not this one. Where the heck is it? I mean, even this one actually too, but I don't know where it's at. Here it is. So this one really cued me into this. Okay, so like you have this one, right, and it clearly looks like a Tudor Black Bay GMT, right? But it's the Tudor Black Bay GMT, as good as it is, and I do like that watch. This one is way thinner, so it's more wearable for me, and it has a smaller case size, so it's more wearable for me and for most people. And it's at a fraction of the price. So it's not a one-to-one. The bezel is actually really good on this San Martin. But then also, you have like this C stern here, kind of the same thing. If you were to look at it's a modern version would be the GMT from Rolex or whatever, right? This one is a throwback to the vintage era, which has some really good colors to it and everything. But again, it's smaller, it's thinner, it's more wearable. Like the polar dial version of this, of the current, this guy, like this watch from Rolex in its current state looks way too big on my wrist. I don't like wearing it. But this one, totally fine. This one works fine. So that's where I'm saying that they're not one-to-ones, but they're also, for a lot of us, two things. Obviously, more affordable. Obtainable. There's three things, actually. Affordable, obtainable, and more comfortable on wrist. Like, I like wearing this on wrist. If you ever go try on, like, say you got a 7.25-inch wrist like me, and you go try on a Polar Explorer, the thing looks massive on your wrist. I don't like it. So that being said, even if they made a smaller version of it, I still wouldn't buy it. I'd buy one of these. So hate them or love them, they exist. They're good watches. They're affordable, and they're pretty much here to stay. So To me, a good homage is like Trosca Summatier, which is this the? I don't know if this is the Summatier. Is this the? That's not the Summatier, is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. I agree with you. It's a great looking watch. It's unique design. They didn't take too many inspirations from anybody else. I agree with you. That's a great looking watch. So how about this? Why can't you just turn your care down a little bit and wear and buy whatever the hell you want to do and not judge other people or ridicule them or anything like that? Because, oh, that's the Venture GMT. I don't know. I need more Troscas. That's the big takeaway from this is I need more Troscas, Sea Sterns, San Martins, Shinolas. Yeah, I need more Shinolas because I only have the one right now. Islanders, all of that. Who cares? I wear them all. There we go. I wear them all. I show them all. Doesn't matter. All right, now we have Floridian who lives in Chicago, who often goes to Florida, is in West Virginia. There you go. Just to clear things up, that's where Mr. Randy is. Here you go. Big wrist. Buy what you like, wear what you want. Don't go into debt doing it. Well, I got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. I think most of us here can probably do 2 out of 3 on that list. More Invictas. Mark says more Invictas. I have 1 Invicta. And I never wear it just because it's not a priority. 1953. It's hard to beat the 1953, guys. And here's the thing. If you buy, say you want, wear what you like. So if you oh my God, Greg, 100%. Nobody cares what's on your wrist, but you. That's like a mic drop right there. That's pretty. I have actually on my erase board, on my dry erase board, one of my topic videos, which I never get around to making. Literally, the topic I wrote down is no one cares about your watch, meaning just what Greg just said. Nobody cares what's on your watch, on your wrist anyway. But on a side note, if you buy some of these more affordable watches, then you can afford to buy like a luxury watch like this Omega, So there you go. Think about that. Here's a good question. Pierce says, Rob, how do you keep track of all your bracelets with their watch? I can't seem to find a system that works. So extra links, I put them in little baggies. Get jeweler bags. Just go to Amazon, get some jeweler bags in a couple different sizes. Always put the links back in the baggie, put them back in the original box if you keep the original boxes. Most of us do because we're just whatever, crazy. But with my IKEA drawer system over there, I've been putting like a lot of the watches, I've been putting them on a strap habit, camo strap. So I'll put the bracelet right next to the watch. And then still the extra links are in little baggies in the original watch box. So that's basically how I keep track of them. But I've taken the whole bracelet before I had the IKEA system. Like if you don't have a place to put them, you can just wrap it or something and put it back in the box. Put the whole thing back in the box. So that way, if you go looking for it, you just go looking for the box for that watch and you'll know it's there. If you don't have the box, then yeah, you're going to want to put together a system, some sort of, roll or some sort of system where you can store the bracelets. I don't know what it's called, and you probably can't see it anyway. I think it's like a little jeweler's wood box thing. You could put your bracelets in that. There's little systems you can do. You can probably pick them up from like Hobby Lobby or Amazon or whatever. Name your place. Just pick one. But you got to have the space for it too. But if you have a lot of watches, I'm guessing you've already designated a space for storage, whether it's in like a big tote and you stuff them all in there and you put them down in the basement. You just got to be careful of, humidity control. either too dry or too moist or whatever. Like I run dehumidifiers, and then in the winter I run humidifiers. You want to maintain some sort of level of humidity balance around definitely leather straps and stuff like that, but boxes in general. Which Zelos is that on the left with the orange camo? I do not have a Zelos on the table. This on the left is actually a Unimatic, and it's a limited edition, exquisite timepieces. How many did they make? I forget how many they made and what number I have. I'm gonna poke my eye out. They made 100 of them. This is number 46. So this is number 46. I don't know if you can see that. It says it like right in the center, but the glare is weird. It's number 46 of 100. They might actually even have a couple left. Let's see. Why do I keep buying watches with color matched dates? They suck. I can't read the damn things. You know what? That's kind of a good point. And a lot of these newer watches, they color match the date wheel. And I know what you're saying. Like it kind of blends in, other than like if you can see the shadow. But like I'm looking at the Shinola, it's a really small number, and I have to focus in on it. And that's just part of getting older. I mean, heck, I use these 3 times readers glasses when I'm doing the inspections on the watches. But the reality is I'm to the point where I could probably use like 1.5 times readers just on a regular day-to-day basis. Nathan, hey Rob, are you going to be getting the Jack Mason Hydro Timer in for review? I'll reach out to Peter and see if I can get one in for review, but we haven't talked about it yet. Floridian's asking if, so yeah, my service van, my day job van crapped out today. I was doing fine. I was actually being very productive at work today, which is unusual. I had a good rhythm going, and I was almost out of gas. So I had like 24 miles to go before, empty or whatever, before no miles left, I guess, which I ran it down to 0 before. And it's a 1-ton van. So I stopped and filled it up with fuel and drove back home, had lunch, got done with lunch, went out to start the van to go back to work, and it just cranks act like there was no fuel. So I'm assuming the fuel pump died. But I got a loaner van, and I'll get my van fixed this week, I'm sure. Does the Oak and Oscar wear small? Depending on I think it wears true to size, and it has a nice taper to the bracelet, so it's very comfortable on wrist. And then the white dial actually makes it look like a little bit larger watch. But on my 7.25 wrist, it wears absolutely perfect. And I know you could wear this down to 6.75 or even smaller, no problem. What do you think about the Marine Master bracelet fitment? Are you talking about the bracelet in its entirety, or are you talking about the way the bracelet fits to the watch head? Give me a little more specific. Fuel pump or bad fuel? It acted more like the fuel pump. I did check the relay, the fuse, and the diode on that Ford. It has a diode as well. I checked all those; they all check out, but I can't hear the fuel pump kicking on, so I suspect that it's the fuel pump. So that right there, actually, Eric, that's exactly what the repair shop said. He said that's very common. So, and that's probably what happened. I was driving it quite a while on a low fuel, so that heats up the pump. For my non-OEM bracelets, I have plastic. Oh, here we go. Tim says for his non-OEM bracelets, he has plastic organizers from Harbor Freight with the configurable sections. I started with 1, now I have 7. So that's a good option. Mine are just piled up. So, but like I said, I have that IKEA drawer system, so I'll utilize that. But there's definitely ways to do that. Let's see. Larry C. I know I'm missing some stuff here. Larry says I just had to do a fuel pump on a Isuzu pickup truck. You're always working on something. You must do it for side jobs. That's cool, Larry. You're very mechanical. Seiko or Fortis? Um, I'm a Seiko fanboy. So like if you're only gonna pick one, I would pick Seiko. But if you are a Seiko fanboy and you already have a bunch of Seikos, then yeah, you kind of need to get a Fortis. The Fortis it's a very cool watch. Ah, Eric's talking from 40 years of mechanic knowledge, wisdom. So I think you're right, Eric. I think that's exactly what happened. Okay, Nick is giving some clarification here. I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you get a good fit, or is it too loose or too tight because of the long links? Okay, I understand what you're saying. That's going to vary from person to person, and for my wrist, when I swell, man, like like I'll get constricted. So I like to wear my watches a little bit loose, so I don't have to adjust them. So I can get a good fit with an MM300. But to be completely honest with you, I have never worn an MM300 for a full day. So I might be the wrong person to ask on that. However, I'm not a big fan of the factory bracelet on that watch to begin with, partly because of the long links, but more so the clasp. I can't stand that clasp. I know not everybody. I know a lot of people really like that clasp. I don't get it. I don't know why they like it. It's too thick. It's too, the quick adjust on it. That's not really meant for micro adjust. I don't know. I don't like the clasp. I don't really care for the bracelet. So that's probably one of the biggest contributing factors of why I have never really committed to the MM300. I would wear that watch on a strap before I'd wear it on that bracelet. But that's just me. All right, let's go back. I got to grab a few more of these. Calico says his Aries finally shipped. He says he won the lottery. That's good news. That only took over a month. I don't want to like dog on Aries too much. They shipped mine fast. So Calico and I ordered them at the same time. And he didn't get his till, well, he still hasn't gotten it. He just says it's shipped. And then mine is, I've already had it, worn it, found debris under the crystal, and I had paid extra for a red crown, which they didn't install. So I finally got a hold of them, and I just sent it back. They should have it by now, and so hopefully they can clean it out. I mean, I would have cleaned it out, but I want to maintain the factory warranty with it. It's like a $900 watch, and it's quartz. So I don't want to, ruffle any feathers with that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's do. We changed our pump reference to Harbor Freight is awesome. Reading some comments, guys. Yep, it's about 200 grams, big boy. So you almost have to wear it a little bit tight, otherwise it tries to flop around on you. Is the Zin 556 worth the price? I like Zin. I mean, I like Damasco. Like if you're looking at the 556, personally, I would gravitate towards the Damasco, whatever it is, the DA30 or whatever like that, the counter part that Damasco has for it. I have a Zin 104, but the main reason I have the Zin 104 is because Damasco doesn't have anything like that. I like Zin, but I like Damasco more. Paul, I'm waiting to get my hands on one. At some point I will. Right now I do. The only Citizen that has recently been sent in to me because it was difficult to get was this Barnacle, which Dr. Bob's, I think, told me what the name of it was. I mean, I knew what it was, but I just forgot. Just about the. Thank you for clarifying. How come the muffler shakes? How come the muffler shakes? Because you don't want the bearings always settling in one place. So the muffler has to shake to move those bearings around, and it keeps the inside of the muffler clean. Anyone grab the Zelos Hammerhead Titanium? Guaranteed somebody in this group picked one up. Guaranteed. Everyone complains about the bracelet on the MM300. I love it. Very comfortable, and I like the adjustable clasp. Well, There's probably more fans of that watch, bracelet, and clasp system than there are people against it like me. And YZ80 did not know that Zin made a 556. I think it's a little bit different kind of 556, but yeah, you can get a nice used Zin 556 for around $1,000. They are great watches. They legit are. There we go. Mr. Greg Wood picked up a titanium hammerhead, and he probably picked up a cool colorway too. Anonymous watch guy has told Paul he has the yellow dial. I don't even know how to say that word. Check out his unboxing. So if you go to Anonymous Watch Guy's YouTube channel, he's putting out videos. Obviously, he's a watch channel, so he has an unboxing of it. Have I ever had my hands on the Seiko Astron SBX D007? I do not think so. I have not handled that one. Some of those are, like I've asked exquisite timepieces for the Astrons, and I might be able to get them. I might be able to get one to check out. But yeah, I don't know. They seem reluctant to send me some of the Seikos. Thanks for the heads up, Calico. I appreciate it. That's, absolutely incorrect, but thank you anyway. Check out the new Maen Hudson's. All right. Let's check it out. Maen Hudson. Okay, can I add this to stream? Can we do something like that? Okay, we can do that. And then we can hide that. So here is the new Maen Hudson. That is a rendering, but I got to tell you, that rendering looks amazing. So coming soon. Let's check it out. So it's going to be on pre-order. It's a 38 millimeter, not my favorite size, but I know for a lot of you that is a perfect size. So what do we got here? Impressive 300 meter, old radium X1, super luminova. So it's going to be super bright on the lume. Engraved 12-hour bezel. Looks ceramic. And available for pre-order on June 22nd. So pretty soon. That's a really good looking watch. It's kind of funny too, like the lines of this case right here. To me, it looks like it's starting to lead into like a lyre lug, but then the inside of the lug doesn't rotate into like a lyre lug configuration. That's a very good, clean looking case. I really like that. I like how thin in profile it is along the edge, and then it kind of widens out. If you look at a lot of lyre lugs, that's kind of how they start out, and then they just kind of flip on you on the inside part of the lugs. That's a good looking watch and bracelet combo. So you could go with the black timeless look, but honestly, this honeycomb brown, I'd like to see that in person. Look at that dial. It says brown, but I kind of wonder. Okay, it is brown. I was gonna say I wondered if it was more like copper tones, but that's a good looking dial. I like the rendering more than the actual picture, but I'd have to see it in person. Oh yeah, the polished on the center links is nice too. Oh yeah, Tennessee Mike says that new Dorenzo. I forgot about that. I reached out to Sergio yesterday or today. Yesterday. So they have this burnt orange one. So this is the new Aerolite. Very cool looking case. Pre-sale campaign launching July 15th. Delivery hopefully October 2023. I know Peter Katza already had one and did the video on it. It looks like they're going to be around 700 Swiss francs. So whatever that converts to. 39 millimeter case, 44 lug to lug, very short. Ooh, I like that color. I like that. I think I would rock that one. I love how he does his concaved dials, and then it's a sandwich dial too. I mean, that one's timeless right there. That's a good clean look. That one's not like the bold striking red that it normally does. That's the one I'd go for right there. I'd go for that anthracite dial with the orange underneath, and I'm assuming it's orange lume too. Red in the pip is perfect. Oh, you're probably talking about the Maen. So Floridian said that converts to like $770. Ooh, there's purple. We're starting to see more and more. See, look at that lume. That's crazy. That looks like it's backlit. I'm sure it's, emboldened. Oh, what is that? That's got to be what is that one? The black with the red? That's hot. I like that. See how he runs he always does this too. He runs like the whatever you call it, it's not the balance, the loomed part of the seconds hand, whatever. Like it always interacts with it'll interact right here. You can see it interacts with that cutout in the sandwich dial, but it's also going to eclipse the date wheel as well. Like everything is super intentional. Where's my pictures? No more pictures? Look at that right there. See this right here? Are you guys looking at this? This right here? Oops. Holding pattern. That's what most of you guys probably need to be with your purchasing right now. Holding pattern. That's where I'm at. I'm in a holding pattern. You are not cleared to land. You're in a holding pattern, no buying. That's probably a lot of us. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. All right, what else we got? Pilot's watch. I don't think that's pilot's watch. Let's see. Didn't you just buy another watch? You just need to sell some. I told you. All you got to do, anonymous watch guy, all you have to do is make a YouTube video on your YouTube channel and list all your watches for sale. And I told you I would link your sale video on my channel, and guaranteed people will come over and buy it as long as you price them right. Let's see. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says he needs to give himself an intervention. Self-intervention. I don't know if that's a thing. Hey, Rob, wearing the PRX tonight made some killer bang bang shrimp, by the way. Chris, you're going to have to let me know what bang bang shrimp is. I don't know if that's like the slang you kids are using these days or what, but you'll have to let me know. All right, so let me look this up. Paul says the Tissot Sideral. Let's look that up. All right, that looks promising. Yep, I'll take some Tissot cookies. I like it. What is that case? That case is not stainless steel. Is that like a carbon ceramic? I like this yellow one. Cushion case. Yep, 316 stainless steel with marble forged carbon. So how is it 316L stainless steel case with marbled forged carbon? How does it have both? Explain that to me. Yeah, but look at it. It says 316L stainless steel case with marbled forged carbon. So I don't know if they're just saying like the bezel and the crown and the case back are stainless steel, maybe, and they're just listing the two components and they're just not doing a very good job of it. So if that's the case, that's fine. So that's cool. It's a forged carbon case, kind of like this guy here. This Maritak actually has the forged carbon case, and then it has some titanium bits, which would be a better use with that material. So Tissot, the designers over there should have reached out to me. I would have given them a little bit of advice on that one. Also, to make an orange one, not a yellow one. It looks good though. I dig it. I like the colors. Yep. So that's what it is. Stainless steel bezel, stainless steel crown, stainless steel case back. That should have all been titanium. And it's only 41 millimeter. This is a good watch. I got to remember who I deal with that has Tissot. I think Saltzman's has Tissot at their other store. I can probably get one of these in for a video. Okay, Floridian's given me the. I'm assuming this is correct because he's a Floridian from Chicago and wherever he's at, West Virginia. Juicy shrimp tenderized in buttermilk, then coated in a cornstarch mixture and fried crispy. That sounds good. Oh, Greg's already talked to somebody that has one. Forged carbon case, stainless steel case back. A friend of his already bought one. That's cool. I like it. Mitch Maddox says he loves it in yellow. Pick one up, send it to me. No, I'll probably get one in for the channel anyway. I'll get one because it looks too dang cool. That was a good call on that one. All right, we're over an hour. Let's test this little camera to see if it'll pick up loom. Can we do the thing? There we go. Let's see if this camera will pick up loom or not. Yeah, not too bad. I don't think it does as good as my phone, but let me kill this light too. It's not too bad. Oh, you know what I need to probably do? Let me kill this. That's really bright. Yeah, it does pretty good. That's not too bad. The Borealis is full loom dial. That new Estral GMT. That's a full loom dial. So pretty dang good. All right, guys, thanks for watching. No Dane tonight. He probably gave up. I did like 2 weeks in a row where I didn't do any live streams, so he probably just gave up. But I thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'll see you.